United USA. Check it out. You got abandoned irrigation wells that seem to be toxic in Texas. Check it out.
Water, the source of life. With record droughts in many parts of the country, it's never been more valuable.
Yeah, if you know a good plumber, send him out here. We got a leak.
And that's why Gil Van Deventer is so passionate about what he does. He's a hydrogeologist. He studies where water comes from and has been working with local water conservation districts around the country since the 1980s. He says, unfortunately, in West Texas, water is uncontrollably flowing from old irrigation wells, just like this.
So it's flowing to the surface at 800 gallons a minute, maybe?
No one is claiming responsibility here. No one, not even the government, is paying to plug them.
All water in West Texas is precious.
Water is spewing so rapidly, new lakes have actually been formed. Wildlife is migrating here from the Gulf Coast, which is 9 hours away.
And this is gypsum.
But Gil tells us this isn't just a story about wasting water. It's a story about how water, if not plugged or filtered properly, can actually cause more harm than good.
All right. Jeez.
Hear Gil's monitor alarm going off? That's because the water here is emitting gas considered to be unhealthy. If this water was properly filtered, you could drink it. That's not the case today. Your alarm just went off. Are we at risk for anything?
Because of the wind out here, we're not at risk. It's okay.
While we may be okay, the landscape isn't, and being exposed to sulfate gas over time has an impact.
Well, vegetation's coming up so much.
He drove us to this massive lake that's been created by a separate abandoned irrigation well.
This lake has been in existence for over 20 years.
The vegetation around here dying slowly. Gil tells us the plant's roots can't take what's in the water. He fears massive contaminated lakes like this could impact all the safe drinking water nearby.
And if it does, that's kind of what could be termed as an environmental disaster.
Gil is hoping the bipartisan infrastructure package being debated in Congress will help provide money to fix old water infrastructure wells just like this. If it passes, $21 billion is slated to be allocated to environmental remediation. $55 billion is slated to go to water infrastructure. Gil knows getting that money to West Texas won't be easy, but he is sure going to try. County leaders attempted to fix the water problems here a few years ago. A massive sinkhole formed instead.
It's actually still sinking. The last I heard was about a half to 3/4 of an inch a month.
In Imperial, Texas.
Seems we're losing water in places we need it, and here's an example of unnecessary waste.